So Ubisoft, what's the deal? The reason why I'm asking this is because, you know, my experience with having not a single Rayman game in the past decade, the only thing that we got was like Rayman Legends Definitive Edition, which is just not even bringing something crazy new to the table to make Rayman Legends Definitive Edition a different game. But to me, I feel like Rayman has been one of the most hoed platform characters I have ever seen. I mean, his company, Ubisoft, claims to give a shit about him. But yet, every time when I see Rayman in video games, in media, it's like barely anybody knows what the fuck to do with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I sit here on my Nintendo Switch, having Rayman Legends, the definitive edition, digitally, because I bought it digitally, right here. Rayman Legends Definitive Edition. You want to know when I get on this game and be like, wow, this is a great game for Nintendo Switch. I can't wait for Rayman to actually, have a new game. Yeah, I see you. What's going on? How you doing? By the way, can you like the video? Thank you. I can see you, but this bothers me a lot. That my boy Rayman. Sorry, I forgot I'm on my tablet, so it only focuses on certain things. Rayman. One of my favorite gaming characters of all time. One of them, just one of them. Is literally in a pit of hell. Because Ubisoft, quote unquote, wants to do more mature games. Wants to do more Assassin's Creed. Because their company is like, their ideas doesn't want to continue doing Rayman. If you don't want to continue doing Rayman, then why the fuck do you keep relying on him in terms of mobile games, fucking deals, in terms of, collabing with other companies and studios and stuff, getting DLCs? Why? It seems like every moment that Rayman is brought up, Rayman is mentioned, Rayman this, Rayman that, it's always on something that needs more support. Or it's always a DLC thing I've started to notice. Why is that? Now you might be wondering, Alan, why are you making this my experience video about Rayman having no games? It's because it bothers me that Rayman, other than Rayman Legends, and other than like that one Rayman mobile game, right? Like it was like Rayman Legends and Rayman Mini. Other than those two Rayman games that is available right now, those are the only Rayman games you can fucking play. And I mean that. Because I've mentioned it countless times in other Rayman videos. Like, Rayman Legends Definitive Edition on Switch. Is it a good game? Yes, it's a good game, but you're not getting that much new content from this re-released game than a simple touchscreen joint. Touchscreen Murphy levels. That's all you're getting with this edition. Which you're not really missing much. Like, I look at this game with its amazing levels. Some of the levels are absolutely amazing. I look at these. I tend to look at myself and fucking cry. Because I really do want Rayman more than just in the Mario plus Rabbids DLC shit. Because that's literally the main thing he's gotten in 2023/2024 was the Rayman Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope DLC. Rayman was the final DLC in that bitch, which you guys know is one of my most popular videos on this entire channel. You know, second to the Rayman Legends video. And it bothers me so much that every time I play this game, I get reminded that Rayman, by the way, welcome Lord Dragon to the stream, that Rayman might never come back. That Rayman might be stuck on the mobile market, right? Like games for him are going to be made only in the Rayman Legends art style. There's never going to be a new art style for Rayman other than the Phantom Show content. No one wants to develop Rayman. Ubisoft doesn't want people to develop Rayman because all they fucking care about is their Assassin's Creed. And I know it might sound like I'm hating, but Assassin's Creed hasn't been the same since like 4 or 5 games. And then they want to take it back to their roots of Assassin's Creed with, I think it was Assassin's Creed Mirage, the new one, right? They want to take it back to old school gameplay. And I'm like, why can't Ubisoft actually do that and put effort into Rayman? And I have given them tons of ideas of what they can do with Rayman. Because I have ideas. You could put the mobile games on console. That was always my first idea. Rayman Mini, Rayman Festa Run, because they have all these games, or a good chunk of them, on their website that you can still download and play if you go to the Ubisoft store right now. And you can get them for your computer or your touch shit. And you actually can be able to play them, right? So tell me why they don't just put all those games in one big old collection. You know, Rayman Fiesta Run, Rayman Jungle Run, Rayman Fiesta Run, Rayman Adventure. You know, the last one would be Rayman Mini. So Rayman Adventures, Rayman Mini, all of those mobile games in one package for a good $5, $6, $10, and you can do each of the story modes in those games and call it a fucking day. You can literally put them bitches on your Nintendo fucking Switch. It's perfect because it has touchscreen controls. It has a screen that you're able to touch and it's able to do things. So why the fuck? And I mean this. Why the fuck haven't you done that, Ubisoft? Why haven't you put the mobile games at least on console? So that way other Rayman Legends fans, even though the mobile games are pretty much Rayman Legends, but the auto runner levels, right? Why don't you just turn those into full-fledged games? Even if they're short games, at least more people will have more Rayman games to play on the console if you do the mobile gaming. Since that's what you want to resort him to, is mobile gaming. And also, again, putting Rayman Mini only for people that want to have an Apple Arcade account, just so they can get more money. Look at that. That's for you, buddy. That is straight up for you, buddy. Straight up for you. That was one of the worst decisions you've made, Ubisoft, towards our little dude. People have been clamoring for a new game. I remember 12 years ago, people were clamoring for a new Rayman game, and they saw it was a new Rayman Legends-like thing, and people were excited. And then when they saw for that it was for Apple Arcade, and I even have a big fat short about it, about my Rayman Mini video. And oh my god, it pissed me off, because when I became a Rayman fan, after playing Rayman 1, Rayman 2, Rayman 3, you know, going through all the games, because I wanted to get into the Rayman franchise, you know, seeing Rayman Mini be unplayable unless I have an Apple Arcade account really bugged me. Because, again, that's one of the last newest Rayman games we have ever received. And who the fuck is going to be on iPhone all the time playing Rayman Mini? At least when you had Rayman Adventures, it was on both devices. It was on both iOS and Android. So at least people on the Apple and iPhone, you know, the Android and iPhone space can at least play that fucking game of Rayman, at least. And you know what? I dicked on Rayman Adventures. You want to know why? I dicked on it because it just felt like Rayman Legends, but as an auto runner. Because usually whenever I play a game, of Rayman, I want more. I want more than just an auto runner Rayman game, but I'm just saying you can do that too in terms of putting all the mobile games all on console for a certain price on the Nintendo Switch, because Nintendo Switch, I'm telling you, Ubisoft has games that are $2 that are worth $2 fucking. Let me show you. You guys are wondering, but the Rayman mobile games won't work. I have a game right here. Sticky Hands. Sticky Hands is clearly a goddamn mobile game. This is no excuse for Ubisoft not to put their other Rayman auto runners on the console. It has touchscreen control. You can move Rayman with the finger, or there's tons of button inputs you can do to make Rayman move left, right, wall jump, all that stuff that he can do in the Legends game. Hello, Russian, very black man. Ibra? Thanks for the observation. Even though I'm not Russian, but the real Dio spitting facts, bro. You're so good. Thank you, David. But seriously, it just pisses me off every time I think about Rayman, because Rayman again is in everything but getting his own games. I mean, Ubisoft, do you have any idea how many Assassin's Creed games you've made within the time Rayman has gotten nothing? Like, we've got Assassin's Creed Syndicate, we've got Assassin's Creed, or, whatever, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the other Assassin's Creed game that's just like Odyssey. We got so many Assassin's Creed games, and so many games for your different IPs, and you wonder why you're dying out. And then you want Rayman for help, and then you have these big-ass expectations for Rayman, because he's one of your oldest IPs. It's like, whoa, I want him to spark off like he did back in the day. How is Rayman going to spark off like he did back in the day if you do not give him a chance to thrive like he was back in the day by giving him the games? But Alan, let me tell you this. I cannot read that, Ibra. I cannot read that. But Alan, Rayman 1 got tons of games. Rayman Forever, Rayman map games, Rayman this, Rayman that. So why don't you just go play that for all of eternity? I really miss Rayman, my friend Alan. I know, Draco, and I know you do. You can give me a hug on that one, because I miss him too. Tell me something. Or is Rayman Forever, a sequel? Is Rayman Forever or Rayman math games, or Rayman, Rayman Math teaches math and stuff? Is all those Rayman 1 versions available for you to play on console? No. Because let me tell you what we have. We have Rayman Legends Definitive Edition for the Nintendo Switch. We have Rayman Legends on the PS4/PS5, and Rayman Uno, which Rayman Uno is not even a fucking game. It's a skin for the game Uno on the console. That's literally all we have for Rayman on these consoles. Oh, and if you want to include the Phantom Show, which is just DLC for another game, then that too. That's all we have of modern day Rayman. Meanwhile, Assassin's Creed and every other Ubisoft IP has been bouncing off the walls because Ubisoft only cares about success. That's all they've ever wanted. And I know they're a game company that just completely needs success. But if you are just only going to use Rayman for DLC deals, small-ass mobile games, you might as well just give the character to somebody else. And tons of fans have already said this. I remember tons of fucking fans, myself included, have said, give Rayman to either a team that is going to just develop Rayman for you because you guys clearly do not know what to do, or you give the Rayman IP to a different fucking company. Because I feel like if you gave it to a different company, I'm telling you, if you gave it to an indie company, the amount of people that would jump on the idea for Rayman, to develop a game for Rayman, would be fucking bonkers. All right. I mean, and I'm happy when the team behind Dave Filoni and his team made a whole behind the scenes when developing Rayman, showing the viewers watching that video at home their love and care for developing for the character, which was awesome. I love that video so much. Thank you, Dave Solani, for even giving Rayman a second chance at a little bit of life, with that DLC. But I'm telling y'all, I don't understand Ubisoft. Why do you think Nintendo still uses Mario? Obviously, one of the most legendary icons of all of gaming, and also it's, one of Nintendo's biggest IPs. I feel like even if Mario wasn't as big, even in the non-big years that Mario had with the Wii U era, Nintendo was still using Mario. Why can't you do the same, Ubisoft? Even if Rayman Legends is nowhere near as played anymore, or even if Rayman is nowhere near as big anymore. You know what I mean? And the reason why the Rayman community keeps getting smaller, Ubisoft, is because you don't release anything for him. You don't release any new game. There's going to be people that are going to be like, hey, I want to play Rayman after they played the Rayman DLC and be like, oh, wow, I can only play one fucking Rayman game on my console. That's because I didn't port Origins. That's because I didn't port Rayman 3 to the PlayStation. Oh, that's because I didn't port any of the other Rayman games to the goddamn Nintendo Switch. I wonder why Rayman is dying. I wonder why he doesn't have all these people loving him. Oh, but we can still put him in a TV show on fucking Netflix over him getting a brand new game. Oh, fans don't want a brand new game. They want Rayman in a fucking Captain Laserhawk show. They want Rayman in this, where he's freaking smoking crack off a cow's ass, or eating sushi off a cow lady body. I don't know, to me, like, it's funny, but it's also, as you think about it, kind of insulting seeing Rayman in the position that he is today. Just think about it. The fans of Rayman just want a new Rayman game. I actually honestly don't care about the length of the game. It can be an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. As long as if it's a Rayman game that you guys decided to put in development with a brand new team that is willing to do Rayman. And there's tons of teams, Dave Solani and his team, ever since they did that Rayman shit, they are willing to do it again. They are willing to give Rayman a chance at life. You just need to give them the go-ahead. Give Dave Solani that chance to put new life into the Rayman series with his very own game. Very own platform game. Fuck! Give us Rayman 4! For fuck's sake. You know how long it's been since Rayman 3? Since 2000, either 4, 5, 6, or 7. Onward. We've been waiting for Rayman 4. Waiting for Rayman's next 3D platformer. So tell me why we don't have a 3D Rayman platformer, when we could have easily had one when Mario Odyssey was coming out. Oh, Ubisoft could have jumped on the bandwagon and released Rayman 1, 2, and 3 as a remastered collection, just like Crash and Sane Trilogy, when Crash and Spyro were coming back, when it was the year of platform remakes making a comeback to see how much money they made. What did Ubisoft do during those? Nothing. Nothing at all. They decided to sit on their ass and make the 20th Assassin's Creed game. Don't get me wrong, Assassin's Creed's a great series, and all those Assassin's Creed fans, I'm happy you're eating well. But wait till your franchise doesn't get any fucking games. I want to see what position you fuckers would be in if you guys didn't get any games. Oh wait, that's never going to happen because you guys keep buying them and keep supporting Ubisoft, showing that, hey, Ubisoft's a real company that only cares about money. They've even said before in a fucking meeting or something that we only want to have video games for mature audiences, and Rayman isn't a mature audience. So we're trying to give stuff to our fans with a mature audience. Then give them to Nintendo. Nintendo would know what to do. David, I do play tons of video games all the time on my YouTube channel. I play Mario, I play Sonic, I play Rayman, I've played Donkey Kong, not just platforms, but I played, you know, Doom, I played Punch-Out, the entire Punch-Out series, I played all sorts of shit. So I have tons of stuff on my channel that is dedicated to all the good stuff. You know? So, anyways. You're so nice. Thank you, David. Appreciate that. But it's just that, and you don't even want to release anything for Nintendo Switch Online. Like, give people the opportunity to play Rayman on Nintendo Switch. Give them the Rayman Game Boy games, at least. Give Rayman fans something to look forward to. I mean, how long do you expect people to play Rayman Legends for, dude? Seriously, how long do you expect people to play that game for? Because Rayman Legends Definitive Edition, I don't care. Rayman Legends Definitive Edition came out 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. That was 6 years ago. 6 years, just for this version for Switch, was 6 years ago. Okay. 6 years ago that game came out. Let's go back to the Wii U and PS4 versions. That was 2014. 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. 10 years on PS4 or Wii U. Maybe even 11 years, depending on what month it was. 10, 11 years. Maybe even 12. I don't know. I'm just doing basic math. Okay? Without a single new Rayman game. And I don't want to hear the Apple Arcade game. That's old too. That's like 3, 4, 5 years old. Of Rayman, dude. You can't tell me that it's been not that long of a time since Rayman has come out. Like, I am so close to just writing an email. Fucking email. An actual letter to the Ubisoft headquarters in France about this shit. I mean that. I am so close to just writing a letter personally to Ubisoft about Rayman. Not a death threat, not no stupid shit like that one Nintendo dude. But a genuine letter just asking for something Rayman related to be put on these damn stores. Not just your store so you can get all the money. Different console markets. Something for Rayman fans to do. Shit, and like I said, the first option is just port your other mobile games to those consoles. Or just Nintendo Switch. It's quick, easy, and you barely have to do shit. It's the lazy way out, and people are going to definitely make reviews about you saying, so they wanted to re-release all their mobile games instead of making Rayman 4. But at least there's something for Rayman fans to do. At least you've given them an option to play more Rayman. Unlike what you're doing right now, sitting on your asses just making Assassin's Creed, like I've mentioned time and time again in this video, since that's all you're doing. Just making more and more Assassin's Creed. And don't get me wrong, Assassin's Creed, like I said, is great. But, or not even just Assassin's Creed, other IPs. You want to use other IPs, but you don't want to use the Rayman one. Unless it's for a TV show, DLC, or a damn mobile game. That's what you want to, that's what you reduced. The franchise that got you off the map, too. Keep that in mind, people. No joke, that's what Ubisoft is doing. You wouldn't have Assassin's Creed without Rayman. And I can tell you that because before there were other games before Rayman, Ubisoft wasn't shit. Name one franchise that came out before Rayman from Ubisoft that put them on the map. You can't do that. because Rayman was the guy to put you on the map. So out of that level of respect, you have a fucking business that's popped off, and you kept it going by other franchises, of course. But Rayman is what popped you fuckers off. So the least y'all could do is respect that fact and make Rayman games. I don't care if it's every 5 years. Okay? I don't care if it's every, 5 years. At least I know I'm getting a Rayman game. I'm getting a new Rayman game at least 5 years from now. Or at least 2 years from now. Or at least 3 years from now. At least I know there's going to be a sequel. I'm just saying, if you at least said, hey, once every 2 years, maybe 3 years, we need to make a Rayman game. Okay, we need to just make at least one new Rayman game for all consoles. So that way he can sell the most, so you don't need a fucking Pacific console to sell him one. Because I think that's one of the reasons why Rayman Mini failed, is because it wasn't just on mobile. Because it was only on mobile, and it was only for Apple users, Apple Arcade users, mind you. And look, Apple does have a big following base, but, nah, that's not going to work. Alright? It's not going to fucking work. Just say, what you could easily do is at least release something new for Rayman, either something new, or at least put each of the mobile games on Switch, PS5, PS4, all that. Just saying. Because if you could do that, I'd be happy with Rayman on there. Because at least you give me something Rayman to play. And even put Rayman Mini on that fucking shit. So literally we can all play Rayman Mini. Not just people who have an Apple Arcade account. Okay, Alex, if we're complaining so much, again, go to the Ubisoft store and buy the games off from there. Matter of fact, hey, PlayStation, this is something for you. Put Rayman 3 on your shit. Matter of fact, it'd be awesome to see something. Fuck, I would be happy if you put Rayman 2 for modern day hardware in your PlayStation subscription service, or we pay a small amount of money to play Rayman 2 PlayStation version. I don't give a fuck. Give us something Rayman related other than Legends. Somebody. Give me something Rayman related other than Rayman Legends, because Rayman Legends is a great game, but I am getting sick of playing it all the time. Alright? And that's like the old... I'm getting sick, mainly, of playing Rayman Legends and just remembering the fact that he hasn't had shit since then in terms of video games. Again, he's been in the media because of Captain Laserhawk. He's been in Phantom Show because of, Sparks of Hope, because they also kind of probably begged Ubisoft to have Rayman in there, etc. I want more Rayman in the modern day, man. I really do. And I, you know what? Now I understand why I don't even play Rayman much myself, because every time I think of him, I always think of the times Rayman never came back. I always think, every time I open Rayman Legends with a friend, with Chris, then yeah, we could be having a good time playing through those same levels. But in the back of my mind, always, every single time in the back, but not so far back I can't see it, why hasn't he come back? Other than that DLC. And it's funny because Rayman the Phantom Show was supposed to be showing this generation what Rayman is and what he's about. But yet, I don't think anybody cared enough about him to be like, I'm going to play a Rayman game now. It just didn't happen. And now I'm sitting here making this video because Rayman still hasn't happened yet. I could be 32 or showing my kids Rayman 2 or Rayman 1 if I ever have kids. And is Rayman really just going to be one of those franchises that can die in a pit? Welcome, Lucas. Hey, yo. And also welcome, Smoky Game. Think about that for a second. Rayman 2 was clutch. See? And you can put, I'm just telling you, Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox. You know what? At least Xbox has Rayman in their stores you can digitally buy. At least Rayman 3, and I think Origins 2. Even if it isn't the whole franchise, Xbox has that one up on y'all. They have 2 extra games that you can play for Rayman. At least you have Rayman 3, so you have at least a 3D platformer of Rayman, and then you also have Rayman Legends and then Rayman Origins, 2 of Rayman's best 2D platformers on there. Xbox fans are eating good for Rayman a little bit more than fucking PlayStation and Switch fans, honestly. But then again, you could say Switch is eating a little bit more than PlayStation in terms of Rayman, because at least Switch has Rayman Legends Definitive Edition, which adds even more content to Rayman Legends, even though it's not that by much. And they also have Rayman the Phantom Show, the newest thing Rayman's ever fucking gotten. Talking about Rayman, if you have never heard of Rayman, then, you know, Rayman from Ubisoft headquarters, you know, the platforming legend that put them on the map. I don't know, the guy that was way back on the PS1 with some of the best beats. I mean, I'm turning on my goddamn... Wait, whoops. I might turn on my... No, I'm turning on my PS5. I'm turning on the PS5. No, fuck this. I'm turning on the PS5. And I'm going to put on some amazing tracks for y'all. I'm going to put on some of the best gaming tracks of all time. I don't give a shit. I'm going to do that. I want to show y'all just a little bit of Rayman. What you're missing out on when you play Rayman. You know? I'm going to show... Actually, matter of fact, I'm going to show you each of the damn games in this video. I'm going to show you a little bit of Rayman 1, a little bit of Rayman 2, a little bit of Rayman 3, a little bit of Rayman Origins, a little bit of Rayman Legends. I mean, y'all know what Rayman Legends is because of my shit. I've actually played Rayman Legends on this channel. And Rayman Origins, even if I didn't like Time Trials that much. But I have played it, at least on my channel. I know I haven't played, like, later half of the series, but I have made videos on all of them. Right? I'm not leaving stream, I'm showing y'all. Hold on. I'm going to get Wrath of Cortex too. We're going to play Wrath of Cortex. Probably on the channel, maybe. Let me just show you Rayman 1. Do you know how many people have made videos talking about this exact thing? There's so many people that come out on YouTube all the time and talk about Rayman 1, Rayman 2. Why doesn't the series come back? There's so many people that do that all the goddamn time I see. That's another thing that pisses me off. But anyways.
Whether you're looking for courtside,
Let me get rid of this ad for y'all.
upper deck.
By the way, watch my ads. This is a little bit of Rayman 1. Look at that. This is on the PS1, dude. Look at that Rayman sprite. Look at that. Is that not colorful? Beautiful? Some of the best shit you've seen on the PS1 in terms of a 2D platforming game, even if it's hard as shit. That looks so beautiful. That looks good. Really damn good. And don't even get me started with Rayman 1's OST. It's so good. Man. Let's go to Rayman 2. Easily one of the best games in the Rayman franchise. Still to this day. Because of the great story. Everything. The music. The darker story of Rayman. Why are your lips so dry, brother? I don't fucking know. Maybe the gods are telling me. Make them niggas' lips dry as fuck, bro. But look at a little bit of Rayman 2. Look at the massive improvement since the last game. Keeping that Rayman 1 design. I was originally going to play Rayman 2 for the channel, too. Look at this. This is for the PC. Because they have a PC port of Rayman 2. Why the fuck don't we have a PlayStation port? PlayStation? Switch? Switch, I know you can run Rayman 2. Get it on there. But Alan, which version of Rayman 2 are we talking? I don't give a fuck. Make a remake of Rayman 2. And yes, I know the fans are already making a remake of Rayman 2 because literally the fans of Rayman are literally at this point becoming game developers just to make a game for the little dude. Because Ubisoft, the big corporation, won't fucking do it. Okay? That's Rayman 2. Let me show you Rayman 3. Just a little bit of Rayman 3. Look at this. Xbox One gameplay, Rayman 3. That's what I'm talking about. You can get at least Rayman 3 on Xbox. Alright? You can at least play that version of the game. Look at this. Oh yeah, they had voice acting in this.
What I tell ya, here comes the bugs again.
Yeah, look. Look how much improved this became, dude. Oh yeah, Murphy too. Just look how good he looks. I remember playing in my past Rayman 3 on the PS2. It was so fun to play. Exactly. It was for the GameCube too, man. Just look how beautiful he is. His world can be. And sure, maybe each of the Rayman games feel disjointed, disconnected. But fucking hell, and y'all already know Origins from the back of my hand. I don't even need to show you too much Origins, but I will anyway because I love Rayman. And don't get me wrong, I may have hated Origins in terms of its gameplay. You know, well, not its gameplay, but just those stupid time trial challenges. But you can't say the game doesn't look good. Like, if you put this on a modern console, Rayman Origins won't even look, like, you can't say it wouldn't look good because you're lying to yourself because that's such a beautiful art style that I feel like with a easily touched up art style, you know, you can easily remake the damn game since it is over 10 years old. Heck, you can sell just a regular port of Origins, and PS5 users wouldn't give a fuck. They'd still buy it because it's a new port as long as you add new content, Ubisoft. You can be like fucking Nintendo and remake Rayman games. Dude, remake Rayman 1 entirely or reimagine Rayman 1. You know what I'm saying? I know that's what Origins was trying to be. A reimagining of Rayman 1, but also like a, you know, like a reimagining of Rayman 1 or a redo, but then it also became kind of not a redo. Well, it's kind of complicated. And then let's go to Rayman fucking Legends, man, which you guys, again, already know. It's the fucking GOAT. Fucking ads, man. And by the way, I love it when YouTubers do the non-skippable ones. Bastards. But look at this. Just, again, look at that. Rayman Legends, the beautiful guy. Look at this. Beautiful game. Peak game. Even though it is all about you collecting stuff. And then we got fucking... You know, and then Rayman Fiesta Run, and then all the mobile games reused. The Rayman Legends, the Rayman Origins art style and stuff. Every time I go back and I think of Rayman, I always think to myself, why hasn't he gotten a new game from Ubisoft? Seriously, answer me that. You know, I mean, let's look at other Nintendo franchises, right? And I don't get it. And I get a company needs to make money in order to survive and thrive, but even if you're not putting as much money into Rayman games as you once did, it would be nice for every once in a while you actually release a Rayman game so people can just enjoy the fuck out of that new product, you know, and then you just do it again and again. And I know fans of any game franchise would want every series to go on infinitely, and I know some franchises are just not meant to go beyond having a load of titles, but people want that shit though for Rayman, okay? How, Ubisoft, this is something I've wanted to question you on for a long time. Fucking Pac-Man gets Pac-Man World Repack, but an entire remake, okay, of the first Pac-Man World game that no one has fucking played. And you want to know what happened because the YouTube scene happened? People are like, Pac-Man World Repack? I want to play. I want to play this fucking game. Let's make YouTube videos, making a gameplay video going through it. Let's make a review video for more people to buy it. Do you know how many people would get the fuck out of their closet for Rayman when he gets a remake of Rayman 2? No, better yet, a remake of Rayman 1, 2, and 3. An HD remake from the ground up collection of each of those 3 games. Even just a remaster of those games would send people to the fucking moon. Because Rayman is back, baby. Gex! Fucking Croc! Let me show you this. And I'm not joking. Croc is getting a fucking remaster. Croc. Him. I have never played any of his shit. Never. And it's getting a remake before Rayman gets jack shit. Here's this. Remember when I said Gex? Gex's entire trilogy.
I've been gone for some time.
And even if they ain't remakes, they're at least ports to modern day systems. And he's coming back in some way. And yet, Rayman. Again, the same company who put Ubisoft on the map, that allowed Ubisoft to be on the map to put money into Assassin's Creed. They're more mature games. You know what I mean? The same guy who actually allowed Ubisoft to keep on fucking going as long as he did to actually allow them to have a fucking company. You mean to tell me all these other... And you can't tell me Rayman can't come back because Gex, for the longest time, and I've gone into a series, so I played all 3 of his games, even not to their completion, but I played all 3 of his games, which they are pretty good, but, you know, obviously not as good as Mario 64 or something, but, you know, but, you got him coming back. someone that has way more offensive humor that probably wouldn't go for a good deal for all advertisers. You have someone like fucking him coming back. This is a diss on Gex, by the way. I love Gex. So seeing Gex come back is fucking awesome. But those are some great examples of Ubisoft. An example of Ubisoft just saying fuck Rayman, pretty much. If you got niggas like them coming back before Rayman even has at least one remaster, at least one port of maybe every game he's ever had, up to at least Origins, because we already have Legends on modern day systems. You're telling me you can't even do that, Ubisoft. You're telling me you can't port your mobile games to Switch. And you're telling me you can't put Rayman 2, because Rayman 2 is a PS1 game. You can't tell me at least you can't port that version to PlayStation 5. You're telling me you can't put Rayman 3 on the PS5, even though PS5 is way more powerful enough to put it on the PS5 as a brand new shit, with added content to make the Rayman 3 experience even better, and maybe just remaster from the ground up. Again, like I said, fucking do the Insane Trilogy treatment where they're remakes, they keep a lot of the same stuff they had in them, but also change stuff up to make it like a new experience for new players and even veteran players of the Rayman franchise. You could easily do all this shit. I'm giving you guys ideas, and yet all you guys want to do is, again, spend all your time on Assassin's Creed, spend all your time in Far Cry, even though Far Cry is a far cry from what it used to be. You saw the joke I did there. You know what I'm saying? You want to put development time in those, but you don't want to spend a single penny on Rayman. Why? He makes you guys money. Probably more than the damn Punch-Out series has ever made. And yet again, you guys want to just spend your time making more. This is exactly why people say they need to give the Rayman IP to somebody else. They need to give the Rayman IP to somebody that knows how to develop him, and they spend their time developing him. You know, sometimes, you know, I always wanted to get into game design just so I could help franchises like Gex, like Croc, like Rayman, dying franchises come back to life. You know, in a new form. You know, we all sit there and we all mutually agree on a franchise we're going to go after. If we can get the rights, if we can get the IPs, and we just make them come back to life. And I mean that shit. Nintendo. At least Nintendo, you know, and this is something I'm going to say. At least Nintendo is finally giving you guys Metroid Prime 4. A game people have been waiting for eons. And now it's finally coming out for the Nintendo Switch this year. Or about this year. And that game has been in the water for 7 years, 7+ years, and yet Nintendo at least gave. But you know, my game design knowledge is very low. You know, I don't know how to do programming. I don't know how to do all that shit. But at least I can give good ideas. You know, I'd be the idea guy in the room in terms of what to do with something. And I know making ports and remasters and making them work on newer hardware is pretty damn hard of a job to do. But I know you fuckers can do it. Because you're Ubisoft. You guys have millions, billions in your company. And I know you want to do best by your company. You know what I'm saying? You want to do best for your company. I get that. You want to do your Assassin's Creed, that's fine. I'm not saying stop. I'm not saying stop everything and focus only on Rayman. But at least throw him in the mix. At least throw him in the mix. Because I'm telling you, once you throw Rayman in the mix, Rayman fans are going to be all back on you. They'll be thanking you for actually wanting to give a fuck. You know? Instead of just putting him as DLC for other games and putting him in other games just because you can. Give him a game. Give him a game. I have the passion, but I don't have game developer experience. I never went to college. So it would take 5, 6, 7 more years for us to get another Rayman game. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? If I went to college right now. If I actually just dropped everything, went to college right now, got into game development, for Rayman specifically, and then got put into another team, I would be pissed off. You know, exactly. When you have the passion, that's all that matters. I have the passion to make Rayman videos because I love the series. I love the series to death. You know, my brother is always telling me, why do you love getting into dead franchises? I don't know, because I have interest in the franchise. I don't care if it's dead. You know, a franchise is a franchise. A franchise only will thrive if you allow it to thrive. And Ubisoft has been doing the exact opposite in allowing it to thrive. Ubisoft has been allowing Rayman to die for so long, to the point, if I walked up to somebody on the street and I asked them, hey, you know what a Mario is? Yeah, I know Super Mario. He's that one dude. He's that one plumber dude that jumps around a lot. Hey, you know what a Rayman is? Who the fuck is that? That's what Ubisoft did to my boy. They allowed this to happen. They allowed him not to be up there with the big boys, with Mario. And you know what I saw a video on just recently? A little bit ago, actually. What remains of 3D platformers? And look at this thumbnail. Look at this. Look at the thumbnail. What remains of 3D platformers? This is sadly true. This is sadly true. You got a lot of other characters with the fucking X over it. It's like Crash, Rayman are in the shadow, the darkness. Mario and Sonic are single-handedly carrying the platformer genre because they were there first and doing it first. Can you believe that shit? Don't get me wrong. Mario, Sonic, they are my boys for life. They are right here. But so is Donkey Kong. So is Crash Bandicoot. So is Rayman. So is all platform characters I fell in love with. Pac-Man too. So is Gex. They're all in my heart. I love them all. But I want all of them to thrive just as much as Mario and Sonic, man. If I could have an ideal world of video game platformers thriving, I would want every platform character, even platform characters I never fucking heard of, to thrive. Because it's just not fair with what world we live in, where first-person shooters are taking over the scene. They've been taking over the scene for a long time. Understandable. Also, more mature games have been taking over, but now it's more woke games have been taking over. You know, like it's not even FPS shooters anymore. Like, those FPS shooters are becoming more... The characters are becoming more feminine looking. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not trying to offend anybody, okay? But literally, that's literally what's happening to our games. And obviously, Rayman won't be wokeicized, but we're going into a thing where some of the most masculine, mature games are becoming more and more and more with more feminine-looking characters. That we're going into that age. I mean, at least platform video games haven't been affected by this, and I appreciate that. But if I can just have all these franchises that are platform characters that I love thrive, where the fuck is Banjo-Kazooie? It's another one. Where's Banjo? I'm going to watch this video after this. Watch way more of it. But just seeing that thumbnail really made me want to make this video about Rayman. Where is he? Why is Mario and Sonic the only ones carrying the scene when it should be him? Or when it should also, Rayman should also be a part of that scene, of carrying 3D platformers, giving inspiration to other people that want to develop 3D platforms. We need to have one of the biggest we've had so many times. We have one of the biggest 3D platform renaissances, and Rayman has never been a part of any of them. Ubisoft, bring Rayman back the proper way people want to see him. In that 3D platforming glory, in that 2D platforming glory. At least give us something brand new. Give us Rayman 4, please. I am begging you. I want Rayman again. But as a video game. Not on a TV show. Not spin-offs that aren't even about his game. A new Rayman game about him and his world. Me playing as him. Me being in his world, listening to some badass music along the way. I just want a platformer of Rayman in the modern fucking day. And if I can get that, every Rayman fan can be happy. It's not even just about my happiness. It's about every Rayman's fan's happiness. And what they've always wanted was a brand new Rayman game, even just Rayman 4. And I'm done. I spent 56 minutes talking about Rayman. Just to... I don't know if the message will get out there, but I just want Rayman back. Again, in a modern day setting. I know a bullshit setting. A modern day setting. Anyways, guys, take care. That's my experience having no Rayman games whatsoever. It sucks. It's depressing. It makes me sad when I think about it. But not to the point I'm omega depressed, but it just makes me sad. Every time I don't see a new Rayman thing or something Rayman related on my console that's new for me to play. I just want more Rayman content, Ubisoft, and you haven't given us to. You haven't given the opportunity to allow us to have it. More than just being a DLC. Again, I can't stress this enough. More than it being DLC in a TV show. Give us fucking Rayman. It's been longer than 10 years. You can't keep doing this to Rayman fans. It's sad to watch. It's sad to look at. And I just really want to play another fucking Rayman game, man. I really do. I'm done. I'm done. I just want Rayman to come back, dude. So fucking badly, I just want Rayman to come back.